How's it going, everyone? Welcome to week 6 of my NFL predictions, bye week Texans and Vikings. And last week I went an abysmal 6-8 because of how unpredictable it was, putting my current record at 51-26-1. And we're going to start off with Thursday Night Football between the Eagles and the Giants. We've got some NFC East matchup, and I think the Eagles are going to win 23-10. I think the Eagles losing to the Broncos, I think this is going to help motivate them to make sure that they don't fall for a trap game against a team like the Giants who lost to the Saints. So I think the Eagles are going to win this pretty easily, 23-10. All right, and we're going to go across the sea for the Broncos and the Jets in London. I think the Broncos are going to win 27-20. The Broncos really proved that they can beat anybody by beating the Eagles for the first time. And the Jets, they lost to the Cowboys in a game where the score looked a little prettier than it actually was because the Jets love scoring garbage time points, which is the only reason why I think this score is going to be close. But I think the Broncos are going to win this game relatively easily. All right, next up we have the Rams taking on the Ravens. I have the Rams winning this game 31-21. And I mean, Lamar Jackson is playing. And the Rams, they lost to the 49ers on Thursday Night Football last week, and the Ravens got blown out by the Texans, which, to be fair, they didn't have Lamar, but the thing about this game is, even if Lamar plays, I mean, the Ravens still have a terrible defense, and I think the Rams are going to run up the score on them a lot, but I do think Lamar has the opportunity to win this game just because he's Lamar, but I don't see it happening. All right, next up we have the Cowboys taking on the Panthers. I'm going to say the Cowboys won 38-31. The Cowboys last week were able to crush the Jets, and the Panthers were able to shockingly come back against the Dolphins to get their second win of the season. And I think CeeDee Lamb's actually going to be back for this game too, because with him, I think the Cowboys win this. Without him, it definitely gets interesting, but because they say he is going to come back this week, I think the Cowboys are going to win. All right, next up we have the Cardinals taking on the Colts. I have the Colts winning this one 24-13. The Cardinals had one of the worst choke jobs I've ever seen them have against the Tennessee Titans last week, and the Colts were able to easily crush the Raiders last week. I mean, there should be no surprises here. The Colts are a good team, and the Cardinals are a bad team that just lost to the worst team in the NFL, in my opinion. So I think the Colts are going to win this pretty easily. All right, next up, we have a good game between the Seahawks and the Jags. I think the Seahawks are going to win 23-20. And the Seahawks, they lost a brutal one against the Bucs last week, and the Jags were able to upset the Chiefs. And yeah, good for the Jags for doing that, but I do think the Seahawks have a better offense and a better defense. I mean, this game could go either way because the Jags have been playing really well, but I'm just going to go with the team that I trust the offense and the defense more. All right, next up, we have the Chargers taking on the Dolphins. I think the Chargers are going to win 20-17. Last week, they lost to the Commanders pretty convincingly. And the Dolphins choked against the Panthers last week. And the Chargers are banged up, but I still think they're a way better team than the Dolphins. And I still think, even though they're on the road and they're banged up, I still think they're way better than the Dolphins, who are also banged up at the moment. So I'm going to say Chargers win. All right, next up we have AFC North football between the Browns and the Steelers. I have the Steelers winning 17-13. The Browns, to their credit, they look really good for 1-14. They almost went and beat the Vikings in London, and the Steelers had a bye week last week, which I think the Steelers are a better team, and the fact that they're at home and they just came off their bye week, I see them winning this game, but I do think it's going to be low-scoring AFC North football. All right, next up, we have the Patriots taking on the Saints. I have the Patriots winning 26-13. And the Patriots, they made a statement last week, beating the undefeated Bills. And the Saints, they were able to get their first win of the season against the Giants. And congrats to them for doing that. But I think the Patriots, they're the real deal. And I think they're going to take care of a lesser team and win this game pretty convincingly. All right, next up, we have the Titans taking on the Raiders. I have the Raiders winning 13-10. And Titans were able to get their first win last week against the Cardinals, and the Raiders, they got blown out by the Colts. And I just got to ask, who the hell besides Titans and Raiders fans is willingly going to sit down and choose this game? I'm sure there's some people that are psychopaths that'll do that, but I am not going to watch more of this game than I have to. I'll say it that way, and I do think the Raiders are going to win an ugly game. All right, next up we have the 49ers taking on the Buccaneers. I have the Buccaneers winning 31-27, and the 49ers were able to beat the Rams on Thursday Night Football despite being very injured, and the Bucs were able to beat the Seahawks despite being very injured. And the reason I think the Bucs are going to win is because they're at home. Baker Mayfield has just been playing like an MVP quarterback at this point in time. Brock Purdy is going to be playing in this game, which honestly might not even be the greatest thing in the world considering how well Mac Jones is playing, but because of the uncertainty with the quarterback and everything, I'm going to say that the Bucs win. All right, next up we have the Bengals taking on the Packers. I have the Packers winning this one 31-10. And the Bengals actually got Joe Flacco, which is a thing, I guess. They lost to the Lions last week, and the Packers had a bye week last week. And Joe Flacco, I mean, maybe he'll beat the Packers again, but I really don't see it happening. When he was on the Browns had a great defense, and the Packers, I think they're going to light up the Bengals defense. Their defense sucks, and I think the Bengals are just dumpster fire right now. No offense, no defense, and I think the Packers are going to blow them out. All right, and on Sunday Night Football, we have the Lions taking the Chiefs. I actually have the Chiefs winning this game 24-23. The Lions, as I just mentioned, beat the Bengals pretty handedly. And the Chiefs, they lost to the Jags last week on Monday Night Football. Did not look good in that second half. But here's the thing. I mean, the Chiefs, they're at home. I honestly don't see a world where they're going to be 2-4. As much as I hate admitting this, they are a resilient team, and I think they're going to win. And also, it doesn't help that the curse wheel cursed the Lions, so that's kind of going for the Chiefs as well. So, call me crazy, but that's a big reason why I'm picking the Chiefs. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I hope the Chiefs lose, but I really don't think they're going to. And for the first of two Monday Night Football games, which the NFL really shouldn't do, I have the Bills beating the Falcons 27-21, and the Bills lost to the Patriots last week, and the Falcons, they had a bye week last week, so I wouldn't be shocked if the Falcons won this game. I mean, it's at home, they're coming off a bye week, but at the same time, I think because the Bills lost to the Patriots last week, I think they're going to make sure they take care of business the next week. I think they're going to win this game, and I think it's going to be kind of a statement win for them. And I think the Falcons are going to score a garbage time touchdown to make the score look pretty. But yeah, I think the Bills are going to win this game and get back on track. And ending the week, we have the Bears taking on the Commanders. I have the Commanders winning 24-17. The Commanders, they were able to crush the Chargers last week despite being banged up. And the Bears had a bye week last week. And here's the thing, I still don't think the Bears are that good. I feel like they kind of just got lucky against the Cowboys and the Raiders. And I think the Commanders are a good team, so I think that's why the Commanders are going to win. They're at home. I mean, Bears are coming off a bye week, but I just don't trust the Bears as much as I trust the Commanders. And the Commanders are banged up too, but you know, I still trust them. I mean, they're going to get healthier and healthier as the season comes along, and I think Terry McLaurin's going to play in this game as well. But yeah, I have the Commanders winning this game, and that's going to do it for my predictions. Here they are all lined up, and as a reminder, the Texans and Vikings are on a bye week, so there is an uneven amount of games, which is definitely something. But yeah, we'll see how right or wrong I am. We got our first game tonight with the Eagles and Giants, so we'll see if that game's any good. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you're still watching this video, I appreciate you for watching the video. And if it's a little bit shorter, I did that on purpose just because I don't like to ramble too much. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday for the Week 6 reactions.